why some people continuously bring conflict into your life, leaving you confused and overwhelmed. You don't have time to really even think it through. Let me help you identify and protect yourself from these toxic patterns based on my experience as a trauma therapist and through using spirituality and neuroscience. In today's video, I'll show you how to recognize narcissists and toxic people, not just through their behavior, but also by understanding how they manipulate your emotional and mental space. As a trauma therapist who studied both the science of the brain and spirituality, I've seen firsthand how these patterns affect us. I know we can protect ourselves by understanding ourselves. I'll share with you 5 key tips, not only to spot these toxic people, how to heal and protect yourself moving forward. So stick around for the final tip, where I'll explain how the real healing begins. Lesson number 1, Dr. Bill Eddy, in his book, 5 People That Will Ruin Your Life. And this is a great book. I highly recommend it. It talks about high conflict people. They thrive off of conflict because it allows them to be able to manipulate other people with minimal effort. Most people think that conflict is still a part of relationship and we have to compromise. But if someone consistently blames others, the ex, the waiter, the service provider, this is a red flag. Look out for the signs when somebody stirs up conflict in relationships and you're thinking, why are they doing this to the waiter? It's not always obvious, but when you can see a pattern of how someone's blaming other people about the service, about something else, in a way to get something for themselves, and sometimes just for conflict's sake, take it as a massive red flag, a sign to protect yourself. Tip number 2, these people lack a genuine empathy. There are these people that can fake emotional connection. Now, emotional connection is very, very important when we're trying to create a relationship with someone. We feel the same as them. We have an emotional connection with them. But the truth of the matter is there's some people that cognitively understand how to create emotional connection, but they lack true empathy, especially when they're interacting with people that they consider unimportant. These could be people like the service providers, it could be a waiter or a waitress. They seem to devalue people just because of the role they do, or that the fact that they can't get anything out of them. We often judge people the way they treat us, but it's equally important to watch how people treat other people around them. This allows us to see real character. Pay attention to how they behave towards other people. If they lack empathy or remorse in those situations, that is a huge red flag, because they could be acting with you, but later on you'll see that same behavior towards you. This is where you're seeing their true self. Tip number 3, confusion is a weapon for these people. One of the most disorientating tactics toxic people use is moving so quickly that you're feeling confused and unsure, and you override your own intuition and you're wondering what even has happened. People can sometimes think that it's my fault, I'm confused. But actually, confusion is a tactic that keeps you off balance. So it's important when you feel confused just to stop and do nothing and just to see what's really going on here. When you've got that feeling of, oh my gosh, what just happened? This is crazy. There's just too much going on, or you feel fearful and you need to act right now. It's usually because they're manipulating the situation. This is something that most con men do, or most con women do, is they make you feel like you have to do something now. You have to fix something now. It's your fault. You have to fix something or pay for something. Actually, no, do nothing. Just take some time to work out what's really going on. Tip number 4, lack of personal space. Healthy relationships allow space for each person to breathe, to be themselves and to feel at ease. If you can't find time to rest, to feel calm, and you feel constantly overwhelmed by excitement without peace and calm and stability, that is a sign. Oftentimes people mistake like intensity and excitement in a relationship for connection, but real relationships are when we feel emotional connection and also having space to be ourselves. Having moments of calm and space to reflect. Do you have enough space in the relationship where you can just be yourself? Or is this their intensity, but there's no peace? There's no calm. There's no feeling of calmness. That is a red flag. If you've noticed any of these patterns in someone close to you, it's time to start protecting yourself. It's time to slow things down and start creating some space around you. I've helped countless people heal from narcissistic trauma and trauma itself, and I want to help you too. So, and look into the description and learn about some of the programs that I have to offer. And if you want to know more about which one is best for you, you can apply for a quick one-to-one session with me, and we can look at what is the next phase for you in terms of your healing. Tip number 5. While identifying all the person's behaviors is so important, the real healing begins when we turn our attention inward. How does it all make you feel? It's really understanding how the trauma is affecting you. And have you got any trauma from previous relationships still? And perhaps you need to release that before you can move forward. Most people, unfortunately, stay focused on the narcissist, and it's so easy to do that because they have hurt you so much. Trying to figure them out, how do they work? The truth of the matter is, you can understand what a narcissist is, and that's enough. You won't truly understand them because your brain doesn't function in the same way. You have empathy, so there's always going to be questions that you just won't understand why they did what they did. And that's okay. That is a good thing. But we do need to go inward and look within ourselves. The real work is healing the damage that they've caused us, the belief systems that we need to release, the emotional pain that we need to release. We need to grieve so that we can then move forward and live our best life. This is where we can use the full capacity of the brain and use the trauma to actually help us learn from it and then move forward. And that's where freedom starts. Lesson number 7. At the end of the day, healing isn't just about protecting yourself from difficult people. They're all around us. They're everywhere. You know, some studies say it's 1 in 10, some say it's 1 in 6. You're going to meet someone that's toxic. It's about understanding yourself and your needs, staying connected to who you are, and to heal from the inside so that you can see that you are worthy of so much more than this. So that way you protect yourself. It's like you have a sense of self-love. The love is a protection so that you don't move into this kind of relationship again because you know you're worthy of so much more. If any of this resonated with you, please share, like, and subscribe to the channel. Remember, you're worthy of fulfilling your potential and living a life you love. Sending you so much love. Till next time.